Fort Myers, Fort Pierce, Gainesville, Jacksonville, Key West, Melbourne, Orlando, Palatka, Naples, Ocala, Stewart, Tallahassee, Tampa, and Vero Beach. We are joined by a number of local and state level elected officials here who share our concerns for this crisis that we have in the state of Florida that we are going to say no to now, that we're going to make a difference with our water declaration. And we want you to join us in our fight to save Florida from the threat, the loss of jobs, the lost quality of life, and the loss of natural environments that we now face due to the degradation of our state's water. Our first local official here today we're proud to have join us is Kevin Beckner, County Commissioner, Hillsborough County.
Thank you, and I'd like to welcome everybody for being here today to discuss probably one of the most basic elements and support for human rights in our community and in our state of Florida, and that's the access everybody should have to clean, affordable drinking water and the right to be able to enjoy clean waterways in our beautiful state and our community. For those of you that have been around Florida and in this community for quite a while, you remember going back into the 1970s and 80s, the conditions of water here and especially the Bay Area were absolutely deplorable. The river behind us was polluted as many other waterways that we have here in our community. We've taken dramatic increases in the water quality. We've reduced a lot of the nutrient levels. The seagrass levels in our waterways have grown over 60% from 1982 to 2012. But we have a lot more work that we have to do. And we also have an issue in Hillsborough County of individuals having access to clean, affordable drinking water. It's something that so many of us take for granted on a daily basis. Yet there are citizens in our community that wake up when they turn on their spigots, they don't have clean water, and some of them have been hit with exorbitant water fees and bills, that it's time that we come together as a community to make sure that this basic inalienable right that people should have to access to clean water and affordable water into our waterways, to make sure it's secured for every Floridian and every single person in our Tampa Bay community. The responsibility for this doesn't lie just on the shoulders of government. It takes every single individual and people in this community to come together to make this happen. And so I'm asking you today to stand with us, to come together to us, to continue to promote clean water in our community and make sure that we're all able to enjoy that basic element of human rights that should be afforded to every single one of us in our community. So I want to thank you all for coming out here today. I want to thank you all for what you do to promote the health of this environment. Thank you.
Commissioner Beckner, we'd like you to sign on here. Thank you very much. Our next supporter today, the next public official here in Florida who signed on to this, our local State House Representative Mark Danin.
I want to thank you for having me, and I want to thank all of you for being here. I think this is important that everyone knows about water. Fresh water is the lifeblood of the state of Florida. It is an important asset that we must maintain. And I know as a state legislator, and being on a committee that looks at this, Agriculture and Natural Resources Appropriations Committee, that we've been looking at these issues about water. Last year we took a look at drainage systems. This year we'll be looking at spring. Fresh water is important, and I feel as part of my stewardship there that I watch over the public water system. And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that we do everything we possibly can, and as much money goes into preserving water and getting fresh water and keeping the water clean as absolutely possible. I've been an environmentalist all my life, and that's something I want to keep on doing and making sure the right things are done, and the state takes a very close look at these things and listens to what's being said by people, because people are saying it's important, and therefore, of the legislature, we must make it a very high priority that we take care of things. And I'm very proud to be here. I'm very proud to sign on to this. And I know it's going to be going up to my colleagues, and we're going to keep that up there, that we must take care of it, that people know when they turn on. As Councilman just said, Commissioner just said, that we must always make sure when people turn on their water, that water coming out is clean and they can get it at a reasonable cost. It's very important for the state of Florida to be able to prosper and have clean water. And thank you for having me here, and thank you for all showing up here today. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.